Day 19, Every Bit Counts Challenge. Sweet potatoes. Hi friends. So, day 19 of Every Bit Counts Challenge. I can't believe we're over halfway through August already. And today I am going to be canning sweet potatoes. Now, these are not sweet potatoes I grew. I don't have much luck growing sweet potatoes. My friend Tanya from Micro Homesteading with Jake and Tanya graciously sent me a bunch of sweet potato slips back in June. I've planted them. They're not dead, but maybe I'll have a surprise when I go to harvest them. I don't know, but I've never seen any flowers. So I don't have much luck. I don't even know if I'll try next year. I say that now, but I'm just so darn stubborn that I might. But these are not local, but they are product of Canada. So I managed to get, I think, 4 pounds, the 2 bags equal up to. So I've already got some done. So all I do to make it a little bit easier to peel them, you can take a fork and poke all over it, but I find if I just make a slit down the center, I don't know if you can see that, there, right down the center, and put them in the oven for about 20 minutes. These ones have already been done. They're a lot easier to peel, a lot easier. So I'm just gonna, these ones wouldn't fit in with the others, so I'm just gonna get these done in the oven going. And I gotta get my jars heated up in the oven also. So I used to just freeze all my sweet potato. But because I finally pulled the trigger, so to speak, and I learned how to pressure can earlier this year, in January actually, I'm going to be pressure canning these. So I'm just going to get these in the oven. And I have the timer going for 20 minutes. So, as I was saying, yeah, I'm really excited to be able to pressure can these this year and have them shelf stable instead of in the freezer. Just gonna toss that over there. And the recipe I am using is from this book, the Homesteading Handbook. And I'm going to be doing raw pack, I believe it's called. I still get them confused. I don't know why, but I do. So after I peel them, I'm going to cut them up into pieces and fill the jars and then pour boiling water. I also have a pot of water boiling and cover them. And for the size I'm going to be doing, it looks like I need to process for a weighted gauge, which is me, is 40 minutes, regardless if it's pint or quarts. I am doing quarts. Wide mouth quarts, because when I make sweet potatoes, there's at least 3 of us who eat them. So that's all I'm doing today. I think that's all I have on the plan for today. Yes, is them. My garden just needs to start producing. I've got a whole box of tomatoes I'm waiting to blush up to get red, but they're not going red. And I've got bell peppers. I'm still waiting for quite a few of them to change color. I did pick a few that were almost there to kind of encourage them along a little bit. Hold on just a second. Somebody wanted to say hi. It's like having a baby, a real baby in the house, not just a puppy baby. She comes to my feet and wants to be picked up every time I'm in the kitchen trying to do something. So if you're new here, this is our new addition, Lily. She is a dachshund. We got her for our daughter, Grace, for her birthday. But truthfully, she's kind of becoming everybody's puppy. We're all pretty much in love with her. She's a good little pup. Yes, yes you. You're going to steal the show from me. Okay, I got to set you down. I got things I got to do. She just had a bath. She wasn't too happy with me. So, yeah, as I was saying, I'm waiting for my garden to start producing. While I'm waiting for the rest of those sweet potatoes, I've gotten a lot of subscribers in the last couple of days. I cannot believe it. I reached my 700 subscriber last night, which was Thursday. I'm speechless. And if you know me well enough, you know I'm not often speechless. But I am. I'm speechless, really speechless. I am so overwhelmed and grateful that 700 subscribers have decided to tune in and watch my channel, my videos, when you have so many others. I'm by no means an expert on anything I'm talking about. So I have had a few. So for those of you who are new, as I said, my name is Lynn. Lynn Guitar. Guess that is really our last name. I've been married to my husband David. Actually, this Sunday is our anniversary. We'll be married 29 years this Sunday. We are high school sweethearts. I got married just a couple months before my 19th birthday. We are a military family. My husband has done 30 years service to the Canadian Army. He retired last summer, full-time military, and got a position with the reserve unit. So he's still serving his country, just he doesn't have to go away on tours anymore. He's done several tours. He did 3 tours alone just to Afghanistan. So pretty proud of him. So I'm just going to brag about him for a second. I have 2 children, Grace and Aiden. Grace, who the puppy was for, will be 19 in October, and our son Aiden, who's 15. Our son Aiden has Tourette syndrome, and there was actually a live that him and I actually did together where he wanted, for Tourette Syndrome Awareness Month, that he wanted to do with me. So I will leave a suggestion somewhere up here if you want to go check that out, a link to that. And I am a 4-time cancer survivor. And Bucket List Homestead, our little property that we're on about 3 acres of property. We're currently only using, I wouldn't even say half of our property. We still have a lot of work to do, clearing away a lot of brush and stuff, but the chickens we have 8 chickens that are in the back part of our property, and our vegetable gardens, are all out front, because that's the best spot for it, and I'd rather have food than lawn. That's just that simple. We came to this Bucket List Homestead out of an actual bucket list I made when I was diagnosed with cancer the first time in 2012. I have a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer, T-cell. Very, very rare. Less than 10% of the people who get non-Hodgkin's lymphoma get the kind that I had. Lucky me. I always knew I was special. And during my first cancer treatment, my husband and I made a list of things that we wanted, either we wanted in our lives or we wanted to do when I beat cancer, not if. And at the very top was I wanted our own home. At that point, we had lived, I think, 18 or 19 years in military housing, and we wanted a place that was our own property, our own home. We could do with whatever we wanted. Left property for our children to be able to play, because at the time they were small still. They could have room for a big trampoline, a jungle gym, all that good stuff. Our son had a little 4-wheeler that we wanted him to be able to have property on that he could ride around. And I wanted to be able to have a big garden and apple trees and elderberry bushes and pear trees and just all kinds of things. And those were at the top. And chickens. I wanted chickens so bad. And that was at the top of the list. 8 years ago this June, sorry, Lily was getting in trouble. I'm trying to remember where I left off. Yes, so we wanted property to have all those things. And 8 years ago in June, we found this place. And we love it. And every year my garden's gotten bigger. This year it definitely got very big. Because I wanted to be prepared for this winter. And of course, you know what they say, man plans, God laughs. The plan's not working out too great this year because of weather. I'm doing the best I can, so that is a little bit of our story. I started this channel, it'll be a year this November, very end of November. Because just like everybody else during lockdown, I was watching a lot of YouTube for the first time. I actually hadn't watched hardly any YouTube before 2020, and was seeing a lot of people who thought like me and had videos like me. And I'm like, oh, could I actually do this? And I no longer had a job. I actually got diagnosed with cancer for the 4th time during the very beginning of 2020. And I had to have time off, and things happened, and anyway, I lost my position. So I was a stay-at-home mom again, which truthfully is where I'm happiest. Yes, my children are older, but our son is involved in a lot of cross-country and track and field, and my husband is still working full-time most of the time. somebody has to be able to take him to these practices and track meets and everything. And if I was working 45 hours again, that would not be happening. So, and it's important for him. Running is definitely a coping mechanism for Aiden. So, boy, I'm babbling a lot today, but yeah, and my dad always said, if you have a passion, share it. And I definitely have a passion for this lifestyle. And I spent way too many years of my life, my 20s and my 30s, pretending or trying to be the woman I thought I was supposed to be in this day and age, and not being the woman I felt like I knew I was, and not being the woman I wanted to be. And I wasted a lot of years doing that and apologizing, because I liked cooking, and I liked keeping a house, and I liked having my children home with me, and I love being able to take care of my husband. He takes care of me too. So yeah, it's, you know, and that's not always popular in this day and age. Yeah, so I decided to start my channel because I started realizing I think there's a lot more people like me than I realized. And the one thing about this lifestyle, it can be very lonely. Homesteading is lonely. Military life is lonely. We've never lived closer than an 8-hour drive to our families, ever. So, you know, we've never had our family support close or anything. And yeah, it makes me feel not so lonely. I've met some amazing friends through YouTube. Some I've actually been able to meet. Some I hope to meet eventually. And it's nice. It's nice not to feel so alone. So that's my introduction to all you new subscribers. Sorry if I kind of rambled on. Chemo has left me with chemo brain. It's a real thing. It's memory loss. So sometimes I do forget my words, and I apologize. I also was left with vertigo from chemo. So sometimes you might see me stumbling. I don't drink, so I'm not drinking on camera. I'm stumbling because my vertigo is acting up. There's a few other things that I won't go into right now, but yeah, so forgive me if I lose my words a little bit. And I'm much better at writing my feelings down than speaking them out loud. Sometimes I think because my brain works quicker than my mouth, though that's hard to imagine sometimes. So, okay, back to Every Bit Counts challenge. And I have to say, Jessica at Three Rivers Homestead, I hope she has such a feeling of pride to see how many people are participating this year in Every Bit Counts challenge. So many. I think at last count there was over 100 channels on YouTube, and that's not counting the people on Instagram. So shout out to Jessica. Congrats, you know, wonderful. I think it's amazing, and I love it when I see more and more people growing their own food and canning their own food and freezing their own food and dehydrating their own food to help feed their families. I just, it makes my heart feel full. So, okay, enough yammering. Let's get these sweet potatoes cut up. Okay, so I just cut one in half, and it is so much easier to peel when they've been cooked a little bit. These by no means cooked all the way. They're just enough, soft enough that you can cut them, peel them. So there, that's all it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get all these peeled up, get the other ones out, get my jars in the oven heating up so they're nice and hot, because I'm going to be pouring hot water over the cubes of these that I'm going to be putting in the jar. So we'll see you back here when I get all that done. They are all cut up, and I got my jars fresh out of the oven. They are very hot. So I have 7 jars ready because that's how many my pressure canner holds at one time of this size. I think I'm going to need more. According to the recipe book, the recipe in that book, though, I don't even have enough for this amount. So maybe they were expecting me to keep them bigger. I don't know. But it said 1 to 2 inch cubes, so. Yeah, I'm gonna need more jars. So we're gonna be doing a couple of batches of these. just gonna wipe off the rims, get the lids and the rings on, and then I'm gonna be putting them in the pressure canner for, was it 50 minutes? I gotta look at my recipe book. 40 minutes, 40 minutes. So, and then I've got another batch to do. So I'll see you when they're all out of the pressure canner. That ends day 19. See you tomorrow for day 20. Day 19, Every Bit Counts challenge, and as you saw, I am doing take 2 with beans, only this time some green beans. So I'm just gonna get them blanched, and because I'm just getting them in drips and drabs, I'm just blanching them for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna let them dry and freeze them, and then when I have enough, I'm gonna can them. I'm gonna take them out of the freezer and can them. That's my plan anyway. And that's it for today. For day 20. I think I said day 19. It's actually day 20. Because I have nothing else. Yeah, and I could get mad and I could get frustrated, but I have no control over when things are coming out of the garden. I just have none. I do think I can get some elderberries harvested this week. But yeah. And potatoes. I have one more bin. I think one or two more bins of potatoes I need to dig up. But there's no sense. I'm not going to get upset and stressed over things I have no control over. Nothing's going to speed them up. I just got to be patient, and I'm sure I'm going to be drowning and a lot more produce. Hopefully by this time next week. Yeah, so there's no sense getting upset about it. So I'm just going to get these blanched, and that's long enough. I just want to blanch them for like a minute. And I have a big bowl of cold water that I'm going to put them in. And that will be it for day 20. How are you all doing with the challenge of anyone that is participating? I know I am not the only one dealing with weather issues this year with the garden, so I hope you're doing better than I am. So not much today for day 20, but it's something, and like the challenge says, every single bit counts. Till then, we'll see you all tomorrow. Day 21. It's going to be a very simple day for a bunch of reasons. One, it's my wedding anniversary. My husband and I have been married 29 years this year, so we've got a lot planned for the day. And again, my garden's still not 100% there, but I have faith it will be. Like I said, I might be doing this challenge into September, but that is okay. So, like I said, simple today. And can I just say, we are getting rain today. Thank God. Like, seriously. We need it so desperately. The farmers need it. It's so dry here. So very, very happy to see it raining. Even if it means I was going to try and get some stuff done in the garden, but we're back in the brutal temperatures again here. Very, very hot. And I mean hot. 100 degrees. That's just insanity. And it makes it very hard to get anything done in the garden. So anyway, today I'm just going to be doing, I'm slicing up cucumbers to dehydrate them. Never done this before, but it's my year of trying new things. So this food processor, and it's a cheapo food processor. You don't have to buy an expensive one, but boy, does this make it easier, much easier. To slice up these cucumbers. So I'm just going to finish doing that, and then we'll get them on the dehydrating trays. Okay, they're all sliced up, and I think I am going to use these because I think once these shrink and dehydrate, they'll go through the grate underneath. So it's not the shape I wanted. Circles, but they went in. They're so tiny they went in sideways after we started slicing. So, but that's okay. It really doesn't matter. It just saves you a lot of time of trying to cut them this thinness that you want. So I'm just going to load up these trays, get them set into my dehydrator. And that will be the end of day 21. Of you who've given me tips for dehydrating over my last couple of videos. I'm fairly new to dehydrating. I've only done the bare minimum in past, so I appreciate all the tips and advice you're giving me so I can get better at it. I do. I really appreciate it. So, okay. Finish this up. And I've also been told that I should be using all 4 of my trays, even if I can't fill them. So I think I'm definitely going to fill all 4 trays. I actually might have too much for all 4 trays, but yeah, I appreciate that. So I'm just going to keep filling, and then we'll get her into the dehydrator. So, and right on my lid has my temperature settings that I need. So this is fruits and vegetables, so 135 degrees. I gotta plug it in, that might help. There you are. Okay, so we need 135 degrees. Whoops. Okay, and we're just gonna put it on, we will do 8 hours. Okay, folks, so that will go into tomorrow's video. So, until then, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Take care, God bless. And remember, prepare, not scare. See you soon.